Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing great. In this video, I am going to give you a tour of all of the watercolor paintings, big scale watercolor paintings that I have painted till now. And it is mostly on Arches cold press watercolor paper. This is the size that, this is the largest size of paper that I have of Arches, and also of Baohong watercolor paper. And I use this size. This is 36 centimeter into 51 centimeter. This is the largest paper that I have. So I'm going to show you all of the artworks that I have created on this paper, these two types of paper. So let's start. This is one of the floral paintings that I had painted. I had painted this one when I was a bit bored and demotivated. So this is like a very freestyle kind of artwork, very freestyle. I hadn't thought much about this painting. I just went on painting. Then yes, this is one of the really beautiful one. This is painted on Arches papers, and it is from one of the Ghibli movies. I have also on YouTube the full painting process video of this one. This is really beautiful. This is one of my favorites, and I had learned a lot while painting this one. You can see the greens and blues I had painted this particular forest, and these two girls from that movie, Ghibli movie. And it was very challenging and experimental, and I learned a lot. And I also learned that I can paint really good in watercolors. So it was very easy to paint on Arches papers, this forest thing. So I really like this artwork. Then there comes one more, and this was an experiment. This was an experiment of painting with salt. So I hope you can see the salt when I had put the salt on the paper, when I had applied the watercolors. It has created this very beautiful texture in the background, and I really like that. The only thing I do not like much about this is that the composition, it could have been a bit better composition. If yeah, I was not very experienced when I painted this, but we can always repaint our artworks and make it even better and better and better. So this was an experiment, and I think it is kind of a successful one. I had also used little bit gold paint on this to give it a shimmery effect a little bit. Okay, I'm going to keep my favorite one at the last, because I have till now not shown you my favorite artwork I had created in that series. So I'm just going to keep it at the last, that particular artwork. Then, okay, this one is from one of the Instagram friend, and he's a travel photographer, nature photographer. So I had liked this color scheme in this artwork, how beautiful it looks, also the composition also, but mostly yes, color scheme. I really like the color scheme in this one, and also I like how it really turned out. The colors are so gorgeous. I think I had used in this one which White Nights watercolor, I think I had used. And this is the Arches paper. Once again, Arches, most of the papers are in this one, Arches paper. I just love Arches paper. It is one of my favorite, and I haven't used many papers till now in watercolor, but Arches is from start, it's one of my favorite. Then this beautiful peacock. I do not have a painting process video because of this one, because I didn't have a good camera at that time, so I couldn't record much of the artwork's painting process. But again, this one I really like how it looks, the feathers, and so much colorful, and this this background like yellow, pink, really beautiful one. I love it. It's very beautiful. Then this one. This is a very meaningful artwork. This is a conceptual artwork, I could say. The concept behind this artwork was that, okay, let me see. Yes, the concept behind this artwork is that this is like her heart and it is empty, that someone has left her heart. But I was trying to find a similarity in that concept with the similarity of how birds, small birds, after they're born, after some days, how they leave their particular nest, and they leave that particular nest for good, means so they can learn to fly and everything and have new experiences. So it was about how a tree that is given so much to those birds, what that tree will feel. So tree means the one who has been with them, who had provided them kind of a shelter. So the shelter can be in many ways, means in emotional, in as a person also we tend to have a shelter of other people in lot of ways, like an emotional support and so on from our friends, and after some time, it is not like a very purposely, but after some time we may have to leave them, and so how that will be. It is not necessarily sad, it is just a kind of a period of that little bit period of a time in our life, and what we feel in that particular time. So that I had tried to portray. So it is not necessarily sad, it is not sad, it is just a little bit of time of that loneliness and wishing for someone to have their life more beautiful. And it is not a regretful thing, it is just a beautiful one, just that. Okay, then this is one of the first artwork, large scale artwork that I had created. This is a forest, and this is very in moment I had painted. I had not thought much about it, how I'm going to paint and so on, and I just went on painting this artwork. And for this one also I have a video on YouTube of this one. This is so very beautiful. I like how many shades of green are there in this one. And once again, I had also used the gold paint in the shimmer effect a little bit on the trees, and I really like it. It's very lot of green. It is just full of greens. There is so much of greens in this one. I really like it. Then I do not know what to call it. Should I call it a large scale painting, because it is a combination of little small paintings and but on a large sheet. So I was trying to learn to paint eyes. I was trying to learn to paint, and I had painted a total 9 eyes on watercolor paper. This paper, let me see, it is from Baohong watercolor paper. It is also a very good watercolor paper. Of course, I cannot compare any paper with Arches because I'm very used to the Arches papers, but this paper also was really good watercolor paper to paint on, and the result is also very good, that you can see. This very beautiful. In the same way, I had tried once again to paint some roses next time. So I don't know if I can call it a success. I think few of the roses on this one I really like. Few of the roses not so much. All of these are not watercolor. I think some of these are watercolor, like these 3 are watercolor and these 3 are from gouache paint. So you can see it is. I'm trying to give you a little bit zoom of this painting because it involves very small paintings. Okay, then next one is, it is not a very large scale. This I just cut a smaller paper from the same arches paper, because I think if I had painted more sea, then maybe it will not look good. I had thought in that way, but it looks really good. I mean, this turtle, it is so peaceful, and how peaceful environment is there, and that curious little turtle, and the colors are also not too vibrant. It is like a color of sea, really muted, really dark, really deep, and I think I just love it. There are also small fishes also in this one, like here you could see the small fishes are there, and I think that turtle is looking at those fishes, and I just love it. I just really, it's one of my favorite. I mean, if I have to part up with this one, I couldn't, because it involves so much of feelings, and the emotions of that turtle. It's just so peaceful and so green and so blue. I really love it. Okay, so the last one I'm going to show you. Oh, okay, should I show first a little bit small ones first? Okay, so I will go through first a little bit small ones first. This was from some Ghibli movie, yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service. Yes, I really like this movie. When I had watched this movie, I think it is one of my favorite Ghibli movies, Kiki's Delivery Service, because I can relate with that enthusiasm and dreams of Kiki. Yes, this is one of my favorite, and this was very it involves so much of emotions, and it is very flowy. It is very freehand. That is what I like about it. You can see also the painting process of this one on YouTube, you can see, and it was very instantaneous. I hadn't thought much about painting, and watercolors are just like that. We do not think too much while painting on watercolors, and it also has a glitter shimmer kind of a effect. I have used a lot of glitter on this one. Can you see a lot of glitter? It just shimmers this particular painting, and I love it so much. It's really beautiful. I just love it so much. Then okay, this one, this is it is kind of a dream. This painting is a dream, and someone is kind of inside a dream, maybe finding some way. This person is there. It is sitting in this very small person, and sitting in a small boat, and riding in the world of that dream, and making its own way. And I just really love this one, because such a colorful dream will be really beautiful to have. I also like the composition of this one. I can show you a bit better. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to show you one of my favorite artworks, and this artwork I hadn't shown you before. I didn't even post it because I painted it long back. I think probably half year back or maybe 1 year back. I don't remember. This is on the arches paper, and this is my favorite till now. And I have always had fear that if I post this artwork anywhere, and I had always the fear of what will happen after I post it, because it is very precious to me. It is very special to me, and it is like I have so much attachment with this artwork. It is very peaceful. Still, it has very lot of vibrancy. Till it has, even though being peaceful, and I just love it. I'm not going to tell you the meaning of this artwork, because I want everyone whoever sees this artwork to have their own interpretation and meaning, and to find out that meaning. So this artwork, I may never tell what was the meaning for me while painting it. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I have shown in this video a lot of uh, almost all of my big artworks, large scale artworks, and it takes a lot of effort to paint a big large scale watercolor artwork, because it is so much fearful, and we also fear at the same time that we will waste that big paper, because if we start painting and in between we get stuck anywhere, if we make mistake, then there's pretty much good chance that we will ruin that full paper and we will have to start it again. In case of a small paper, it is that fear is not that much, but in case of a large paper, the fear is so much. But fortunately, I never felt that fear much. I enjoy so much, and so much more actually. I enjoy it. I do not feel fear to paint on a large watercolor paper, because the reason I believe is that I paint so much. I paint almost every weekend. I paint so many paintings that I kind of have lost that fear now, that what will happen if I paint a bad artwork. What will happen if at max I will still call it an experiment and I will learn something from it. I never failed any artwork, I feel. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of you being here and watching this video, and I really enjoyed making this video because it is a really special video to me. All of the big large artworks are very special to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much everyone. Bye bye, take care, see ya.